After having a long meeting, a very pleasant meeting this evening, one with a very frank, open discussion, during which time this discussion took place principally insofar as the Green Bay Packers are concerned. To a man, we all felt that it was a decision that we hoped we did not have to face. We're all very, very grateful and shall always be indebted to Vincent Lombardi for what he has done for the Green Bay Packers. Whatever we have done for him, he certainly was richly deserving of every bit of it, if not more. This evening at my Board of Directors meeting, I first asked that the communication from Vince Lombardi be presented to the board. Excuse me, Chuck, did you distribute these yet?
I have them right here.
No. And for your benefit, so you can appreciate it, while I'm going to ask Chuck to read it to you, or I shall do it, I should say. We'll have copies of these available to all, for all of you, as well as my statement and my recommendation to the Board of Directors. I do not believe it is any secret as to why this directors' meeting was called. The matter we are going to discuss is the request of Mr. Lombardi as General Manager of the Green Bay Packers, that we release him from his existing contract. This is, for the Green Bay Packers and for Mr. Lombardi, a very grave matter, and one which the Executive Committee felt merited careful consideration. In consequence, we have Mr. Lombardi's request, discussed it at length, and have come to a conclusion. Perhaps the most dominant motivation in our coming to this conclusion was the fact that Mr. Lombardi had an opportunity to purchase from the Washington Redskins a substantial block of stock. Stock in a football corporation is difficult to obtain, and in all probability, this would be the chance of a lifetime for Mr. Lombardi. Mr. Lombardi has served us well, far and above the call of duty, and we felt it would be a dog-in-the-manger attitude if we were to stand in his way of obtaining a very profitable and a substantial interest in this Washington ball club. That there wouldn't be anything in the world that we would not have done if it were possible to continue to retain their services. On the other hand, you cannot stand in the way of a man and, like I stated in that statement, be a dog in a manger. And after a very thorough and honest discussion on this matter, which was expressed by anybody who wanted to express themselves, and there were many, I am happy to report to you that with regret, this resolution was unanimously adopted, and Mr. Lombardi obtained his release from the Green Bay Packers this evening, with the deepest of regrets of all of us. I am sure of one thing, and without any reservation, that the relationship of the Green Bay Packers and Vince Lombardi will always be on the highest plane and with the greatest of friendship. And I don't want to speak for him, he can speak for himself, but I'm sure that that feeling will be mutual.